Good evening, students. Today we will discuss about the alternative therapies, factors contributing to healing in psychotherapy, and rehabilitation of mentally ill. So, in today's class, in this video, we will discuss about these topics. Okay, let's first begin with the factors contributing to healing in psychotherapy. There are several factors which contribute to healing. Okay, कई ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं जो कि साइकोथेरेपी को सक्सेसफुल बनाते हैं. देयर आर मेनी फैक्टर्स. These factors are common with all the approaches of psychotherapy. May it be psychodynamic approach, may it be behavioral, may it be cognitive therapy, may it be humanistic existential therapy, or any psychotherapy. These factors are involved in the psychotherapy. Okay, and what are they? Let's discuss the various factors on which actually contribute to the healing process with psychotherapy. So if the first factor is that if the behavioral system and cognitive behavior therapy school are adopted to heal the anxious client, यानी कि अगर behavioral psychotherapy, behavior modification technique I mean, या अगर CBT टेक्निक यानी कि कॉग्निटिव बिहेवियर थेरेपी, बायोसाइकोसोशल अप्रोच अगर यूज किया जा रहा है टू हील द एंग्शियस क्लाइंट, द रिलैक्सेशन प्रोसीजर्स एंड द कॉग्निटिव रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग लार्जली कंट्रीब्यूट टू द हीलिंग. ठीक है, अगर ये दो प्रोसेस यूज हो रहे हैं तो इन दो प्रोसेस में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स जो हैं दैट इज द रिलैक्सेशन प्रोसीजर्स एंड कॉग्निटिव रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग का जो प्रोसीजर है ये सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज दीज आर द टू फैक्टर्स विच आर लार्जली कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू द हीलिंग प्रोसेस. नेक्स्ट इज दैट द थेराप्यूटिक अलायंस. दूसरा जो फैक्टर है वो है थेराप्यूटिक अलायंस का. So therapeutic alliance which is formed between the therapist and the client or the patient has healing properties in itself because of regular availability of the therapist and the warmth and empathy provided by the therapist. Okay, ये therapeutic alliance एक बहुत important factor है in the healing process में. क्यों? क्योंकि ये जो therapist and client के बीच में एक relationship है, okay, it itself has a therapeutic, it itself has healing properties. Okay, because the therapist provides a very unconditional positive regard, a very comfortable environment to the client. Okay, and because of this regular availability of a person who is ready to lend his ears or her ears, okay, that is the therapist, and the warmth and empathy provided by the therapist heals the client in one way. So एक तरह से healing process थेराप्यूटिक अलायंस के सक्सेसफुल फॉर्मेशन से ही स्टार्ट हो जाता है. तो थेराप्यूटिक अलायंस इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर दैट कंट्रीब्यूट्स टू द हीलिंग. नेक्स्ट फैक्टर इज दैट एट द आउटसेट ऑफ थेरेपी while the patient or the client is being interviewed in the initial sessions to understand the nature of the problem, he or she unburdens the emotional problems being faced. Now, this process of emotional unburdening is known as catharsis. Alright, and this cathartic process itself has healing properties. So, you can say that both the therapeutic alliance as well as the catharsis process, the process of emotionally unburdening, when the initial sessions takes place in the psychotherapy, are important factors, are important contributing factors to the healing process in psychotherapy. So these are the three main factors which are contributing to the process of psychotherapy. There are various other factors which are also known as non-specific factors. Okay, non-specific factors कौन से हैं? Some of these factors can be attributed to the patient or the client and some of them to the therapist. All right. Now, these factors are not specifically related to the process or approach of psychotherapy, but these non specific factors are related to the client and the therapist. Okay. So, these factors are called non specific factors because they occur across different situations, different systems of psychotherapy, and across different clients or patients in different therapists. Non-specific factors attributable to the client are motivation for change, expectation for improvement due to the treatment, etc. These are known as patient's variable, means non-specific factors जो कि patient या client से related है, यानी कि patient के अंदर motivation for change का होना या जीने की या improvement की expectation होना कि मुझे वाकई साइकोथेरेपी थेरेपिस्ट से बातचीत करके या साइकोथेरेपिस्ट से थेरेपी करवा के वाकई इम्प्रूवमेंट होगा मेरे कंडीशन में, इस चीज़ की एक आशा होना, एक होप होना. These are the non-specific factors which are attributable to the patient. These are known as patient variables. On the other hand, if we talk about the non-specific factors related to the therapist, so the non-specific factors which are attributed to the therapist are positive nature, थेरेपिस्ट का खुद का एक पॉजिटिव नेचर होना, थेरेपिस्ट के अंदर एब्सेंस ऑफ अनरिजॉल्व इमोशनल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स का होना, एंड थेरेपिस्ट का गुड मेंटल हेल्थ का होना. ओके, दीज आर नोन एज थेरेपिस्ट वेरिएबल्स. ओके, नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट द ऑल्टरनेटिव थेरेपीज. Alternative therapies are so called because they are alternative treatment possibilities to the conventional biomedical या drug treatment और psychotherapy. ठीक है. ऑल्टरनेटिव थेरेपी के अंतर्गत कई ऐसे थेरेपीज आते हैं जैसे कि योगा, मेडिटेशन, एक्यूपंक्चर या हर्बल रेमेडीज. इस तरह के जो यूज किए जाते हैं थेरेपीज, दीज आर नोन एज ऑल्टरनेटिव थेरेपीज. First, we will discuss about the technique of yoga and meditation. So, yoga आप जानते ही हैं, this is one of the ancient Indian technique detailed in Ashtang Yoga of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Okay, yoga as it is commonly called today either refers to only the asanas or body postures component or the breathing practices जिसे हम प्राणायाम के नाम से जानते हैं, और या फिर बोथ, कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ आसन्स एज वेल एज प्राणायाम. तो ऐसे कई सारे योगा पोस्चर्स हैं, प्राणायाम हैं, जो कि वाकई कई तरह से फिजिकल एज वेल एज साइकोलॉजिकल एलिमेंट्स को क्योर करने में वाकई कारगर समझा गया है, देखा गया है. मेडिटेशन रेफर्स टू द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ फोकसिंग अटेंशन ऑन ब्रेथ और ऑन एन ऑब्जेक्ट और थॉट और अ मंत्र. ओके, meditation में specifically attention is focused on one particular thing or object or breath or any mantra. Vipassana meditation, also known as mindfulness based meditation. In Vipassana meditation, there is no fixed object or thought to hold the attention. Okay, the person just passively observes the various bodily sensations and thoughts that are passing through in her or his awareness. यानी कि वो अपने ही बॉडीली चेंजेस एंड बॉडीली प्रोसेसेस पे, वेरियस सेंसेशंस पे फोकस करता है, दैट्स इट. कोई पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट पे नहीं, बल्कि अपने ही वेरियस बॉडीली सेंसेशंस एंड थॉट्स के ऊपर जो भी उसके बॉडी में चेंजेस हो रहे हैं उस पे फोकस करता है, एंड थ्रू हिज अवेयरनेस. दिस इज द विपස්සना मेडिटेशन या माइंडफुलनेस बेस्ड मेडिटेशन. Now we will talk about सुदर्शन क्रिया योग, SKY के नाम से भी इसको अब्रीविएट किया जाता है. It stands for सुदर्शन क्रिया योग. So सुदर्शन क्रिया योग, देखिए, this is the सुदर्शन क्रिया योग. Okay, this involves rapid breathing techniques that induce hyperventilation. This is particularly beneficial, low risk, low cost adjunct to the treatment of stress, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and stress-related medical illnesses, substance abuse, as well as rehabilitation of criminal offenders. इन सारे areas में सुदर्शन क्रिया योग has been found to be very useful. Sudarshan Kriya Yoga या SKY has been used as public health intervention technique to alleviate PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, in survivors of mass disorders, disasters, जैसे earthquake, tsunami. Okay, yoga techniques enhance well-being, mood, attention, mental focus, and stress tolerance. If proper training is done by a skilled teacher and a 30-minute practice every day is done, this will maximize the benefits even better. The research has been conducted in National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, that is situated in Bangalore. Okay, has shown that Sudarshan Kriya Yoga actually reduces depression. Okay, alcoholic patients who practice Sudarshan Kriya Yoga have reduced depression and stress levels. Insomnia means sleeplessness. Insomnia is also treated with this yoga. Okay, so yoga helps and reduces the time to go to sleep and improves the quality of sleep. So Sudarshan Kriya Yoga is also helpful in treating problems of related to sleep, particularly insomnia. Okay, see, the benefits are mentioned. It removes negative emotions like anger, frustration, and depression. It increases the focus and concentration. Sudarshan Kriya Yoga enhances well being and positive emotions. It also reduces anxiety levels. It enhances brain functions, boosts immunity, and greater clarity of mind is achieved. Okay, so we can see that this Sudarshan Kriya Yoga is particularly helpful to meet with problems related to stress and anxiety as well as depression. Now we will talk about Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is effective in the treatment of obsessive compulsive disorder OCD. Kundalini Yoga combines pranayam or breathing techniques with chanting of mantra. Okay, Kundalini Yoga is taught in USA and has also been found effective in the treatment of varied mental disorders. Okay, now we will talk about the rehabilitation of mentally ill. The aim of rehabilitation of mentally ill individuals is particularly to empower those patients to become a productive member of the society to the best possible extent. ओके, रिहैबिलिटेशन का मेन एम क्या है, ताकि जो पेशेंट्स जो ट्रीटमेंट के अंतर्गत थे, जो अंडर ट्रीटमेंट थे और अब वो स्वस्थ हो गए हैं, ओके, या फिर अंडर ट्रीटमेंट हैं भी, उनको रिहैबिलिटेट करने का एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट एम क्या है, एक एम क्या है इनका, ताकि इनको एक प्रोडक्टिव मेंबर ऑफ द सोसाइटी के तौर पे पेश किया जा सके टू द बेस्ट पॉसिबल एक्सटेंट. In rehabilitation, the patients are given occupational therapy, social skills training and vocational therapy. ठीक है, क्या क्या किया जाता है, इन्हें occupational therapy दी जाती है, social skills training की जाती है, as well as vocational therapy की जाती है. Occupational therapy में क्या किया जाता है, the patients are taught skills such as candle making, paper bag making and weaving to help them form a work discipline. ठीक है, एक वर्क में एक वर्किंग मतलब करना, कुछ कुछ काम करना ऐसा जो कि the way they can earn their livelihood and in some way they can keep themselves busy, they can practice certain skills. So for that, in rehabilitation, these patients are given occupational therapy in which they are taught certain skills such as candle making, paper bag making, weaving. इस तरह की एक्टिविटीज उनको सिखाया जाता है to help them form a work discipline. They are also taught certain social skills. Okay, this is known as social skills training. Social skills training help the patients to develop interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills यानी कि ग्रुप में वर्क करना, बाकी लोगों के साथ इंटरैक्ट करना, अच्छे से इंटरैक्ट करना. These are known as interpersonal skills. These skills are taught through role play, imitation, as well as instructions. The objective is to teach the patient to function in social groups. Cognitive retraining is also given to improve the basic cognitive functions of attention, memory, and executive functions of the patients. Vocational training is given after sufficient improvement is seen in the patient. Alright, in rehabilitation उनको vocational training भी दी जाती है जब काफ़ी improvement patient में notice किया जाता है. तो इसके अंतर्गत the patient is helped to gain skills which are necessary to undertake productive employment. कुछ certain vocational training, कुछ basics इनको सिखाया जाता है, certain skills which help them, which is actually necessary for them to undertake certain productive employment. So this is how rehabilitation of the psychological disordered patients are given in this field. Okay, now these are the various review questions, okay, which I would like all of you to write it down in your notebooks, and we'll discuss the answers later on. Thank you all and stay safe.